Want to learn more about clicker training for puppies? In this video, I'm going to go over why clicker training can be so effective, so stay tuned. For the best dog training and product advice, be sure to hit subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Wednesday. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa. I've dog sat and trained hundreds and hundreds of dogs and puppies, and I love sharing my advice with all of you. All right, so first, let's talk about the benefit of a clicker. The clicker is a device that basically shows your dog the precise moment that they perform the behavior that you ask them to do. For example, if you asked your dog to sit, by the time your dog sat, they could have looked left, they could have looked right, they could have looked up, they could have looked at your treat pouch, and the clicker just communicates to them that the second their butt touched the ground and their front paws were on the ground, that is when they are being rewarded, or that is what they're being rewarded for. The clicker serves as a bridge between the precise moment they perform the behavior you asked for and then getting out the treat. If you think about it, if you didn't use a clicker, it might be a little bit more delayed. Like I said, if you asked for a sit, they could have looked a different direction or did something else, and then by the time you get out the treat, your dog might not know exactly the reason why they are being rewarded. The other reason why clickers are so effective is that it's a very distinctive sound. If you say something like good boy or good girl or good puppy, it might sound different every single time. Also, if you have multiple people training your dog or puppy, it's going to sound different from person to person. The clicker is very distinct and it's going to sound the same every single time. The next reason why clickers are so effective is that it's easier for humans to perfect the timing aspect of training. Now, timing is super important when it comes to dog training. The more consistent and accurate you are with your timing, the faster your dog or puppy is going to learn. Now, using a verbal marker like yes, or just saying good boy or good girl, might not have the same effect in terms of timing as a clicker. I find most humans have an easier time perfecting timing with a clicker. Now, that being said, a clicker is not your only option. You can use a verbal marker like the word yes or good, as long as it's one syllable and you're able to say it consistently every time. The benefit of using a verbal marker is that you might not have a clicker with you at all times. However, I have found that a clicker is most of the time quicker when it comes to training, and I'll use a verbal marker when I don't have my clicker with me, or if I'm teaching loose leash walking, just because it's a lot to handle with the clicker and the loose leash. But in most cases, I do find the clicker to be more beneficial than the verbal marker. All right, so now that you know why a clicker is awesome, let's talk about how to use it. Now, your puppies don't come automatically conditioned to know what the click of a clicker means. So step one is to condition your puppy to the clicker. All you're gonna do is click and then give your puppy a treat. Do it enough times and they'll start to notice, okay, the click means that I am getting a treat delivered. Think of Pavlov's bell. We're conditioning the dog to associate the clicker with the treats. All right, so step two is to practice using the clicker without your dog present. As a dog trainer, the most challenging thing I find is teaching humans how to perfect their timing. So start to practice in your room without your dog clicking and then delivering the treat in a consistent manner. The more consistent you are, the faster your training will be. So if you think about it, if you fumble and drop your treats, it's going to be a little bit more confusing to your dog, but you're also going to train your dog that after every cue that they perform or behavior they perform, they should sniff the ground to make sure their clumsy human didn't drop any treats. So this is where it's super important that you start to practice delivery and timing. The next step is to start training something easy like a sit or down or shake hands, and I have videos to all of those and I'll link to them in the cards above if you want to know exactly how to break those down. But by starting with something easy, there's less for you to think about and it's going to be easier for you to actually use the clicker and perfect timing and consistency. Once you feel like you have the mechanics of the clicker down, you'll be off to training more difficult and challenging cues and behaviors in no time. If you want to continue your progress on making sure your dog or puppy is the best behaved pup in town, be sure to download my Ultimate Good Dog Blueprint. I break down some of the most common behavior problems in that blueprint, so be sure to check it out. It is free to download. I'll link to that below. Also, I have a Possum Parents Facebook group. I'll link to that below as well, but that is where I am answering all of your questions on Facebook. You can submit your videos, pictures, questions, and I will help you out one-on-one right there. All right, so that's it for today, everyone. If you found this video helpful, be sure to write the word helpful in the comments below. I'd also love to learn about your experience with clicker training, so let me know in the comments below as well. Additionally, if you're not sure which clicker to buy, I have my favorite clickers in my Amazon store, which I'll link below as well. All right, so that's it for today, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.